Hi, RD Barry here. Welcome to episode 50 in my Let's Play of Final Fantasy 12. So yeah, we only have 200 save slots in this game, and I've been using a different save slot for each episode. Am I at least a quarter way through the game? I don't know. It's gonna be a tough call, I think. Anyway, let's see. There's one person I wanted to talk to before here. Yeah, it's to the northeast. I kind of skimmed through this and missed the importance of this message here. Should you go south, you'll enter the rift. Yeah. So that's what that's basically, if you want to waste time and not get to the destination, then that's what you should do, go south. We want to stay on the upper border as much as possible. Anyway, because the idea is we need to get to Bur-Omisace, and we don't want to be messing around with exploring a whole new area. I think this is kind of the same thing that happened in the Osmond Plain. They tell you where to go, you just go directly there. Do not explore the rest of the area until that situation is cleared up. So that's what I'm going to do this time. Anyway, I've got Balthier back in my party. We're out. I mentioned last time we're out of Kronos' tier, so he should be able to cure slow if it ever comes up again. I don't know if it's going to come up again in this area, though. We'll have to see. Anyway, let's get going. Now, as I recall, this area has kind of interesting enemies. Let's see, we have, first of all, I want to change to Vaan as my leader, and I want to try stealing. I've noticed that stealing is not as productive as it has been at the beginning of the game. You normally get just stones or crystals, which are not that valuable, under 100 gil. So it's questionable. I mean, it depends on what the enemy is. So I guess if you have memorized which enemies have valuable steals, then that would help. But in general, I think the relative average goes down a lot, as it seems to be as you're progressing through the game. Anyway, yeah, Balthier still has his poach going here. Let me remove that. Like I said, poach is interesting, and it might have some. You might be able to get some unique things with it. The advantage of having unique items or getting unique loot is that they have a chance of giving you bizarre goods, which you wouldn't get otherwise. So that's why you would want that. But if you're just going to be poaching the same stuff that you would get from drops and steals, or even just drops, you might as well just attack normally and then and get the EXP, because you don't get EXP with poach. Anyway, let's go ahead and finish these guys off. So these are basically, I think, just like the wolves we've seen at the beginning of the game, really. higher level, but other than that, nothing nothing to write home about. Okay, and we've got more vegetables characters here. These are like the Alrane in the Sand Sea, I think. These guys have some interesting abilities, though, which make them somewhat challenging. Should we go ahead and fight them? Let's see. I think we're okay on that. Yeah, wild onion, right? They've got my experience. From what I remember anyway, they've got some like self-healing mage's hat. Wow. Yeah, see that kind of behavior going on. Hashel and protect. That's the kind of thing they do, and they do other things that make them a little bit more challenging than the ones we've seen earlier in the game. One thing I remember about this area is that there's all sorts of undead creatures when you start. Well, maybe not all sorts, but a lot of skeletons and things like that as you progress further south. Let's see what we have here.
Empires parade down city streets while refugees walk barefoot through the snow.
And so I sue for peace, to stop short war and ease their suffering. My father will choose peace.
Will he now?
Yeah.
You sound sure of yourself. You can never know another, even your father.
Wow.
Don't take it the wrong way, Kay?
Alright, so Balthier's remark there about his father, wow.
This crisis would not end were I gone. The Senate hates the very fact that House Solidor exists. By necessity, we must find reason to silence them.
Necessity? Ah, yes, necessity. Does that word free you, I wonder? You show no hesitation to solve matters with blood.
The sword of House Solidor cannot be left to rust in doubt. It was you, Excellency, who tempered that sword.
Is this your idea of vengeance?
It is my idea of necessity. If we do not act now, it is not only our future you imperil.
So, you would dirty your hands to keep his clean.
They're
My
talking about
hands are stained
All+Larsa
with
there.
blood. I see little reason to stay them now.
And there he's
So
talking about
they
his
are.
older brothers.
And so House Solidor lives on.
So obviously Vaan has been recalled back to the Arcadian capital, and there's gonna be some things going on with that. The thing with Balthier talking about his father, there's some backstory that I happen to know at the moment that makes that very significant. So think of that as a foreshadowing there. Anyway, let's continue on. I'll probably cut out the wolf battles and whatnot. Ah, yeah, this is what I was talking about with the skeletons. And we don't currently have anybody who can cast Cure, so this is pretty much just gonna be physical battle here. Oh no, I'm sorry. We do have somebody who can cast Cure. It's it's Larsa. Wow. Okay, that was interesting. Why don't we tweak Larsa's gambit so that he does that? Let's see. Let's change that to lowest MP or lowest HP, and then replace this with undead, and then cure. All right. Larsa has plenty of MP to play with. All right. Okay, this is where we're heading for. Wow. Okay, so lots of refugees and whatnot. I think this is either from the war with Rabinaster or with or some kind of other ongoing conflict. I don't know. It's just so hard to tell with the Arcadian Empire, I guess. Let's see. Right. Land closest to the gods, right. Alright, first of all, let's see if we can find a Moogle with a map here. Here we go. Howdy Pilgrim, really? Okay. And this looks pricey, but I guess maps are just getting pricier now. Okay. We've got a Chocobo 600. Yeah, that seems like a lot. Anyway, we got a couple of merchants here. Let's I'll sell my loot, not that I really have much at the moment, but and see if I can't see if I can't update some weapons or something. Okay, and I'll save for the moment here, but I'll continue the episode. I'm not sure how many cutscenes and whatnot we'll be getting into coming up, so but I think we have time for at least some of them here. Right. Refugees. At least want to talk to the Kiltiases. Well, actually, we're here on business. Yeah. Right. Yeah, we're sort of pilgrims, I guess. We're here to see the Gran Kiltias, whatever. Right. Yeah, these guys, yeah, this is, I don't even know what this, race of people is called. It's not, they don't, there was one in the clan hall, but other than that, not a lot. I think they're mostly here. Right. The Hall of Light, yes. Okay. Right. Yeah, I had heard something about that, but that was mainly on various forums and whatnot. Pneumo. Okay, right. Yeah, Fran mentioned the Pneumo at some point too. Yeah. Okay, that's what those guys. That's what those are called, and that's who the Pneumo are. All right. Wow. Good thing we can't like fall off there. Seems like they should put a fence or something. Right. More refuge? I thought the war was over, though, so, I guess there's always going to be another war or something. Let's hold off on going in that direction for the moment and explore over here for a bit. Oh, a Viera. Interesting. Yeah. Worm Philosopher. Viral. Interesting. I don't know if we ever see a Viral in the game. Right. Yeah. It's not like that will ever come up again. Pretty sure whatever they talk about a worm, by which they mean dragon, that means it's gonna be a boss monster at some point. Anyway, let's try up here. Dream Sage. Okay. So he predicts things, events by dreaming. Alright. Is he dreaming now, or...
Is he sleeping?
No, my child.
Whoa.
I do not sleep. I dream.
Yeah.
For reality and illusion are a duality. Two parts of a whole. Only the mirror of dreams reflects what is true.
Anastasis, your grace. I am
Lay
Ashelia.
down your words. Ashelia, daughter of Ramanas, I have dreamt your dream. Who better to carry on the Dalmascan line than she who bears the
I think there's some privacy
shard?
issues with that, but we'll ignore that.
Your dream of a kingdom restored is known to me.
Gran Kiltias, then give us your blessing. Grant the Lady Ash her
I do
accession
not
to the...
suppose this is something you might reconsider. My little emperor-in-waiting. You called and I have come.
Wow.
This is the man I wanted you to meet. Believe it or not, he is a member of the noble house Margrace, rulers of the Rozarian Empire.
I am but one of very, very many. Try as I might, I could not stop this war alone. Thus, I came seeking Larsa's assistance.
Wow.
Alcide Margrace at your service. To think I stand before the Lady Ash, it is truly an honor.
Really?
I see it is true after all. Stunning is Dalmasca's desert bloom.
Really?
In Archadia, Larsa. In Rozaria, Alcide.
Yeah.
They dream not of war. Should Empire join with Empire, the way will open for a new Evilis in our time.
Gran Kiltias, you speak much of dreams, but in the real world, war is upon us.
Gran Kiltias. I was told my coming here would prevent this war. I was to assume my father's throne and announce the restoration of Dalmasca, treat with the Empire for peace, and persuade the Resistance to stay their hand. I have not come all this way to be asked to reconsider.
A word from you and the Resistance would stop cold, and Rozaria's pretext for joining the war scattered off to the four winds. This was what we had hoped. Alas, circumstances change. A full 2 years have passed since your reported death. Were it to become known you are still alive, I fear it could only worsen our current situation.
Because I am powerless to help.
Nay, in fact it has little to do with you.
Then what? If Lady Ash were to extend her hand in friendship, perhaps I could then persuade the Emperor. His Excellency will solve things peacefully.
The Emperor Gramis is no more. His life was taken.
Wow.
Father.
And Vane had nothing to do with it.
What possible cause could we have to lay hand on our Emperor?
A deception and an outrage. The Senate will not stand for this.
A viper amongst our
With
senators?
Chairman Gregoroth as its head. With what dignity remained him, he confessed to the poisoning and passed his own
A
sentence.
viper with many tails. Much of the Senate is culpable.
We had no choice but to strip the Senate of authority and assign powers of autocracy to myself until such time as order...
Spare me your lies! I see the serpent coiled here before me!
Grace, you speak too freely.
Zargabath! Do not tell me you join in this mama's farce!
With Rozaria poised to invade at any moment, our leader must have a free hand.
Yeah.
The once
That's
great
what he's
House
talking about
Solidor
with the
is now
necessity.
reduced to myself and my dear brother Larsa.
Surely you would not go so far. Vain Solidor! As Judge Magister and Upholder of the Law, I hereby place you under arrest.
You misunderstand. Vane did not make himself autocrat. It was the very Ministry of Law which you serve. Do you see it now, Drace? When you bared your sword at His Excellency, you bared your sword at the law.
You wear the mama's motley well, Bergen.
I guess when your side has the guys with superhuman strength, it's not really a fair fight.
Zargabath, take the Alexander. You will accompany Bergen and bring Larsa back to me.
Sire.
Your Excellency, Lord Larsa was placed under my charge.
Oh? Perhaps you mistook your orders then. I can see no other explanation for why you were reporting and conjecturing on my doings to my late father.
Your Excellency.
A hound begging for scraps at the Emperor's table. Would you serve another master, hound? You may fulfill your duty as Judge Magister before us all.
Wow.
She has been tried and found guilty.
Your Excellency, I beg you reconsider.
Do it. I care not.
Yeah.
Live, Gabranth. Protect the young lord. Protect Larsa.
Forgive me.
Pray be quick.
And so House Solidor lives on.
Let us suppose you approach the Empire with a peaceful resolution. The late Emperor Gramis would have lent you his ear, that much is certain. But we are dealing with Vaan Solidor. Should the princess return, he would claim her an impostor, or to tempt the resistance into battle. Vaan wants this war, that much is certain. As our ill luck would have it, the man is a military genius.
Yeah.
The dreams have told me thus. To reveal yourself would imperil us all. I see war, and Vane's name writ bold on history's page.
Arcadia's banners fly high. They are making ready for the coming war. According to our latest reports, the Western Armada prepares for war, under Vane's command, no less. The newly formed 12th Fleet has already been deployed. Oh yes, the Imperial First Fleet stands ready. They'll be underway as soon as the Odin's refit is complete. And there is more. The 2nd Caravan Expeditionary Force is being called in to replace the missing 8th, so there will be no gaps. The largest force ever seen.
And then, the Nethicite is the coup de grace. Gran Kiltias, your grace. I spoke to you of my succession. Let us put that aside. Should I become Queen of Dalmasca now, powerless as I am, I can protect nothing. With a greater power at my disposal, perhaps then.
It is the Nethicite of which you dream?
I require something far greater.
To wield power against power. Truly, the words of a human child.
I am descended from the Dynast King himself.
Indeed. Then you have but one choice. Seek you the other power Wraithwall left.
Does such a thing exist?
Journey across the Paramina Rift to the still shrine of Miriam. There rests the gift he entrusted to the Gran Kiltias of his time. Seek it out. The Sword of Kings can cut through Nethicite. Why he would entrust the power to destroy Nethicite, the instrument of his greatness, to another and not to his own progeny, I cannot say. Awaken Shelia Benagan and take up your sword, or your dream will remain but a dream.
Wow, okay.
My dream too fades into day.
Oh, okay. So Larsa is no longer with us. That's interesting. Okay, well, first of all, Sid here, or Al Sid, there's another character named Sid, which we saw earlier, but this is Al Cid, and I assume that's a reference to El Cid from Spanish history. Anyway, he has a Spanish accent. It's another case of the game giving people from different regions different accents. Anyway, let's see what he has to say for himself here. Yeah. Right. Yeah, well, it's hard to break that kind of news gently, I guess. Alright, so Larsa's mission is complete. I don't know if we see him again in cutscenes, but I'm pretty sure he's not gonna be appearing as a party guest anymore. So I think what I'll do is call it an episode there. Next time we will head down the Paramina. Is that how they pronounced it earlier? I keep thinking it's Paramina. Anyway, there's a lot to it. It may take a couple of episodes to do everything here. Right. I'm not sure exactly which rift they're talking about. I mean, a rift would be like a valley or something within the area, but yeah, I don't know, or a separation of some kind. I don't know what they're referring to there. Anyway, so but we'll maybe find out when we explore. I don't know, but that will be next time. I hope you'll join me for that, and until then, bye.